Hi, I'm Bill Patalon. I'm the founding editor here at Money Map Press, and I'm here to tell you a story that I think so very many of us can relate to. And it's a story that, I promise you, will put you on a path to life-changing wealth. You know, if I have one regret in life, and I think regret is probably too strong a word, it's that I'm an older parent. And you know what I mean. I mean, growing up, you probably had friends whose parents were older, 10, 15, or 20 years older than your parents, and that much older than the parents of most of your other friends. Well, that's where I am today. I'm that older parent. Now, truth be told, I couldn't be happier. Where my other friends are planning college graduation parties, or weddings for their sons and daughters, or baby showers for their soon-to-arrive grandkids, I'm coaching Little League. I'm riding yellow school buses with chatty fifth graders as I chaperone school field trips to museums and science centers. I'm helping my son with school project posters, coaching him for weekly spelling tests, and trying to figure out the new math. Now, the rewards for this are ever present. My son Joey he's a truly wonderful kid. I mean, he wants to play catch out in the yard in the evenings. He wants to go out to the local go-kart track 2 or 3 times a week, where he tries to spin me out as often as he can. He and my wife Robin go to baseball games. We take him out to play miniature golf. He's a wonderful kid. He's a top-notch little leaguer, a good student. The teachers love him, never get a bad report on him. And the bottom line here is, and I think you can tell, I truly love my son. Now, as an older parent, I'm making sure that I enjoy every single moment I can with Joey. But I'm also realistic. I'm trying to do everything I can to make certain that when I'm gone, Joey will have everything that he needs. He's not going to have all the answers, but with the foundation that Robin and I are creating for him, he'll have enough of them. And a crucial piece of that foundation has to do with security, with finance, with money. Now, over the past few months, I've launched a kind of financial literacy project with Joey by introducing him to the concepts of saving, investing, banking, and the stock market. Now, Rob and I already have a dedicated college savings plan for Joey where we're putting money away for college tuition. But I wanted to do something a bit more tangible, a bit more different, a bit more real to him. Something that would actually teach him about money, so it wasn't just some kind of theoretical thing. So recently I put aside $3,000 and I told Joey what we were going to do together. Now, a third of that cash is going into a savings account, which I'm going to help Joey to learn to use as he gets a bit older. But the other $2,000 we're investing in stocks, and we're doing it together. And I already know that it's money we're going to get a great return on. So I started by zeroing in on the things that Joey's really interested in, the games he plays, the things he watches, the services he uses, the stuff he wears, the products that he buys. Then we ID'd the companies that are responsible for each of those things. The first stock we bought together was Apple. Joey loves Apple, so this buy just made total sense. He has an iPad, uses my iPhone and iPod whenever we're out somewhere in my big old black Dodge pickup truck, and he even convinced me to get an Apple Watch of my own a few months back. I think a subtle hint to take a little bit better care of myself. Apple has been a huge moneymaker for Private Briefing subscribers. Back in 2013, we recommended the stock at $60 a share, just before Raider-turned activist Carl Icahn moved in and ignited the stock. Apple now trades at nearly $190 a share, meaning my paid-up subscribers have seen a capital gain approaching 213% on one of the world's most valuable companies. I think Joey's going to be very happy to watch this one as he plays with his new Apple Watch, which he saved up for and bought after he met our goal of getting straight A's. Next up for him was Microsoft. Now you see Joey, like all kids his age, has an Xbox and he plays it all the time, even when even when I want to watch the ball game or a movie that's coming on. And he also loves Minecraft. Well, Microsoft owns Minecraft, having bought the Sandbox video gamer a few years back. And the company is also moving rapidly into artificial intelligence, or AI, which Joey understands very well from playing with Cosmo, the AI-powered robot he got for his birthday 2 years ago. And like Apple, Microsoft has been a big winner for my paid-up subscribers. That stock, which we've recommended and re-recommended many times since and still love for the long haul, has zoomed 182% with more to come. Better still, Each time Microsoft is sold off, we re-recommended the stock again and again, and then watched as it rebounded and soared. Now these picks are great, and I love that my son is investing in companies that he knows and trusts. But there was one company that I knew he had to own. In fact, I downright insisted on it. But it wasn't the manufacturer of any of his favorite games or toys. This was a company he'd never interacted with before. I'm talking about Alibaba, a company that many folks refer to as the Amazon of China. It's the stock that I refer to with my coin phrase, the single stock wealth machine, for 4 simple but powerful reasons. Reason number 1 to include Alibaba in our budding stocks portfolio was clear. I told Joey, this is a stock that will make him loads of money over the next 40 years. And I mean loads of money. Look, I've done the math on this one repeatedly, and the answer I get is always the same. My numbers show that every single share of Alibaba stock purchased now for a bit more than $200 each will be worth more than $2.1 million when Joey is my age and playing catch with kids of his own. You heard me right, from $200 to $2.1 million each share, and I'll offer my proof of that in just a minute. Reason number 2 to include Alibaba is that this company's home market is China. That's a market that's 4 times the size of its U.S. counterpart, that's growing at a faster pace, and that is far more advanced when it comes to digital commerce and electronic payments. China will eventually become the world's #1 digital commerce market, and I am 100% certain that Alibaba will be the dominant player when that happens. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Come on, Bill, China? You've got to be kidding me. I'm not. Not in the slightest. And that brings me to reason number 3 to include Alibaba. China is an unstoppable juggernaut. I grant you, China has problems. There are debt worries. There's likely a real estate bubble. And because it's not a free market, there's always going to be the friction that reduces the growth potential. You always see this in less than efficient economies in the emerging markets. But these are all short-term concerns. China is not going anywhere, and in the long run, these issues just don't matter. The market is literally handing you a chance to buy future wealth on the cheap. It's going to be a superpower militarily, politically, and economically, and you can't stop it. Investors who ride along, they're going to get rich. Those who don't, they're going to get left behind. Now, I intend to make that wealth building journey myself, and I am certainly going to make sure that Joey does too. And because you folks are my subscribers, my readers, my followers, meaning I care about what happens to you and I want you to be successful, I want to make sure that you make this journey too. Now, to make any trip, to make any journey, you need a vehicle to carry you. Which leads me to reason number 4, my final reason to include Alibaba in your portfolio. Our single stock wealth machine play is the perfect vehicle to make this trek. That prediction I made at the start, that each share of Alibaba purchased now for $200 will be worth $2.1 million 4 decades from now, well, that's not hype. That's not hyperbole. It's been done before, right here in America. The fact is that early investors in Walmart have reaped returns of that very same magnitude, and the parallels between Walmart and Alibaba are stunning. Both are retailers, both are innovators, and both changed the very market they played in. But here's the thing. China's middle class alone is bigger than the entire U.S. population. An investment in Alibaba is akin to an investment in Amazon, Google, Facebook, PayPal, Visa, Charles Schwab, Microsoft, and Disney, all at the same time and each at their very beginnings. And it's an investment in a company whose home base is 4 times the size of the U.S. economy and it's growing 3 times faster. That, my friends, is the recipe for life-changing riches in just one stock. That is the single stock wealth machine. It's the perfect stock for my son, and it's the perfect stock for you. I'm Bill Patalon. See you next time here at Stock Talks.